You've seen a lot of Jewish people wear these prayer shawls. These are called talits. It's a prayer shawl. Everybody's got their favorite. This is Dr. Boz. You've seen a lot of Jewish people wear these prayer shawls. These are called talits. It's a prayer shawl. And the reason for them, they're not really mentioned anywhere, too many wheres. We don't know how old that practice is. But a Jewish person would have his own prayer closet. By wearing this prayer shawl, wherever he goes, he can stop, cover his head, close the gap, and he's got a little closet he can pray in. And that is their purpose. But it's interesting to note, the scripture does tell these priests to put fringes on the four corners of their garment. So on this, they're on these two corners. They're also on those two corners. Four corners. What do they mean? Well, it has 5 knots and 8 strings, one of which is a blue tahelet string. You take the 8 strings plus the 5 knots, that comes up to be 13. They're placed on the corner. These are called tzitzit. That's their name, tzitzit. Remember I told you every word has a numerical value? Well, the numerical value for tzitzit is 600. Plus the 5 knots, 8 strands, 13, 613. What does that mean? There's 613 laws in the Old Testament. Aren't you glad you're a New Testament person? Because there's only 2,000 there. Take your pick. Now, these fringes are placed on the corner of this garment. Many times Jewish rabbis will tie them to the 4 corners of their own garment. I got 4 corners on my shirt up here. I would tie these to the 4 corners of my shirt. Then I might carry this as well. Then I might have a toga or something that I'm wearing that would have 4 corners. So I could have tzitzit or fringes hanging off everywhere. But these are tied on the 4 corners. The word for corner in Hebrew is kanaf. Kanaf. But in Hebrew, every word has a lot of meanings. We got some of those in English as well. One word having a lot of meanings. For instance, if I mentioned the word pot to you, it would depend on your age on what your vision came into your head. If you're as old as I am, you're thinking of the bathroom pot. If you're my wife, you're thinking of a kitchen pot and pan. If you were my dad, you'd be thinking about the potholes that are in the street between here and there. And if you're some of you young ones out there, y'all going to be thinking of another kind of pot, of which we'll I won't even mention it. But you see, one word has many different meanings. In Hebrew, it's true also, but it's true there because there's so few letters. There's so few words, and every word has to carry double meanings, or sometimes triple and quadruple meanings. The word kanaf means, not only does it mean corner, but you remember what else it means? It means wings. Remember what happened to the woman who had the issue of blood, who tried to get out on the street corner to see Jesus? Because she hadn't been healed in 12 years. So she thought, well, I've been studying the scripture, and she'd been reading in Malachi where it said he will come with healing in his wings. And that's the reason the Bible records that she got out and touched the hem of his garment. When you read it in Hebrew, it comes out to be the kanaf of his garment, the fringe of his garment. And God watched over his word, and he healed her because he did come with healing in his wings.